Syria's de facto leader, Ahmed al-Sharaa, was declared head of state for a transitional phase and empowered to form a new legislative council on Wednesday, in an announcement by the armed groups that toppled Bashar al-Assad. Syria's constitution was also suspended and the existing parliament dissolved, according to the announcement by the spokesperson for the Military Operations Command, which oversaw the lightning offensive that toppled Assad on December 8. Sharaa has been Syria's de facto leader since leading the offensive that deposed Assad after more than 13 years of civil war. The announcements, published by state media, emerged during a Damascus meeting of armed factions that fought alongside Sharaa's Hayat Tahrir al-Sham in the offensive. The gathering was also attended by ministers from the HTS-installed interim government appointed in December. The new legislative council would carry out its tasks until a new constitution is adopted, state media said. Sharaa and the Minister of Defense have held near-daily meetings with rebel factions and given faction leaders key posts in the interim government, such as making them provincial governors. The question of how to restore the Syrian state's monopoly on violence is believed to be critical to maintaining the internal stability of the country. Foreign powers are watching to see if Syria maintains its current trajectory toward stability, wary of seeing a repeat of a Libya scenario, where the country was divided up by warring factions and experienced mass lawlessness after the toppling of Muammar Gaddafi. Sharaa, whose group was once an al-Qaeda affiliate, has pledged to embark on a political transition, including a national conference, an inclusive government, and eventual elections, which he has said could take up to 4 years to hold. Sharaa and the Minister of Defense have held near-daily meetings with rebel factions and given faction leaders key posts in the interim government, such as making them provincial governors. The question of how to restore the Syrian state's monopoly on violence is believed to be critical to maintaining the internal stability of the country. The interim government has courted regional powers for support in bolstering its fledgling state and army seeking foreign funds and legitimacy. The new government's first foreign trip was to Saudi Arabia and later to Turkey, where the foreign minister was accompanied by the defense minister and director of intelligence. While the transitional government tries to consolidate power internally, it also has been negotiating with the US-backed Syrian Democratic Forces, a Kurdish-led military force which controls a third of the country. The SDF has asked to maintain a degree of military independence within the new Syrian army, which the government has refused. As negotiations continue, the pace of conflict between the SDF and the Turkish-backed Syrian National Army has continued to escalate in northern Syria. Please subscribe to our channel and hit the notification button to stay updated with the latest news and stories.